So there's an interesting story going around social media, and everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been giving their 2 cents on it. You know, their analysis, their breakdown on this situation with this woman, this 30-year-old woman. And let's just make this clear. This woman that you see on the screen, she is not black. Okay? She is not an African American woman. I think what the nationality is, or ethnic race, and I might butcher this word. I might butcher it, so bear with me. Apparently she is Somalian. I never even heard of that race before, but that's apparently her race, Somalian. So she's not a black woman, so let's just make that clear. And second of all, you know, I know I'm a little bit late covering this piece of news, but she's going around on social media saying that she was, you know, hit with a brick in her face by a man that she rejected because the man asked for her phone number, and she got her phone out, recorded herself playing victim, yelling at these two guys, "Oh, why aren't you sticking up for me? You know, why don't you stand up and be men? You know, none of y'all have my back. You know, y'all supposed to be men and stand up for women and be righteous and be a superhero," and all this stuff. And she was just going off, man. I'm like, okay, so if this guy, right, happened to, you know, assault you with a brick, right? We got to remember, this is a brick. This isn't like a right hand or a kick. You get hit with like a brick, I'm pretty sure that's going to inflict more pain than a simple punch or a kick. Not saying that a punch or a kick would not hurt, but I'm saying a brick, getting hit with a brick will be a lot painful, right? Will cause more damage. And so you would think, right, okay, where's the bruises? You got hit with a brick in the face. Where's the bruises? Where's the cuts? You know, she just had her phone out, and from the looks of it, it happened recently. So why wasn't she bleeding? Why didn't you see any blood if you happen to watch the video of her ranting, causing this big scene? And, you know, apparently she's being exposed. And I don't know her name, so we're going to call this woman Brick Lady. We're going to call her Mrs. Brick Lady. The Brick Lady. That's what she is. And that's what she'll forever be known as, Brick Lady. And yeah, so there was no cuts, no bruises, no nashes on around her face, you know, no bleeding, no bumps, nothing of the sorts. And if she happened to also, you know, get hit with a brick by a guy that she rejected, why didn't she call the police? Why wasn't the ambulance called? Where's the police report? You see, these are the questions that a lot of people have to ask, that you have to, you know, kind of take into consideration. Because, you know, we can't believe everything we see on the internet, right? We can't believe every story. We can't, you know, we can't think every piece of news out there is accurate, is truth. You have to kind of dig a little deeper and do some research, right? You can't always go based off what the sheep are saying. And guess what the sheep are saying? The sheep are saying that, oh yeah, those men, right, they should have stuck up for her. They should have had her back. They should have been men, and they should have beat that guy up, right? They should have saved her. Oh, poor woman, poor girl. I feel so sorry for you. I hope you're okay. I hope you heal okay. And I wish you nothing but the best. That's what the sheep are saying. I'm going like, this is a motherfucking scam. Because this same woman happened to start a GoFundMe. Right? A whole GoFundMe. Her goal of money to raise was $25K. Well, I think a week later, a couple of days later, she has now reached $41K overall in donations. A lot of people have donated to this woman that is, orchestrated a scam online. And if you think that there are no GoFundMe scams on the internet, you are blind, my friend. I'm just going to say it right now. You don't know any better. There are a bunch of scams on the internet that y'all need to watch out for. Y'all need to be more careful of. Because everybody gets scammed. I've gotten scammed before. I don't like scammers. They cheat people out of their hard-earned money. They try to play victim. They try to play this, this person that's in need of help. When it's like, first of all, you don't even know this woman. You don't know this woman. For those that donated money to this woman, you do not know her personally. Now, some of you may do know her personally. You probably know her behavior. You probably know her patterns. You probably know what she really is like. And, from what I've been reading, from what I've been watching and hearing, the things that are said about her are not particularly good. She rants on saying, I'm a good person. Why would anybody do this to me? And, I have never done anything bad to anybody, while she is slapping guys in the face and cussing people out and, starting GoFundMes, running scams online. Last time I checked, scam artists and liars aren't particularly good people. So I'm just giving my whole thoughts and my opinions on this. I believe that this is a scam. This woman orchestrated this entire thing. And a lot of people have receipts on her, a lot of proof that she made this whole thing up, right? And that, she thinks that she is with black women when really she's not, because she's not even black. And she's over here, throwing men under the bus because they're not men, because they didn't stick up for her, right? Quote unquote, stick up for her. Because we're not even entirely sure that she was even hit with a brick. She could have just probably had some allergic reaction that made her face all big, right? Her one side of her face all bumpy and shit, Or, for all we know, she could have done a whole filter to make her face a little puffy. Who knows? Right? She could have had some type of medical condition with her face. It could just be like that all the time. I saw a clip of her in a bar, or a club, I should say, with another woman. And yeah, just to throw this out here, she's also a lesbian. So, my thing is, like, you're saying that men aren't ish, and that, you're talking all this negative stuff about men, how men ain't this and men ain't that, and etc. That we're not the providers and we're not leaders, we're not this, But at the same time, you're expecting another man to save you. You're expecting another man to have your back, to be at your beck and call. But you're also, in the same breath, you know, talking down on men, insulting men. So how are we supposed to, as men, have your back, save you, when you don't even like us? You don't even like us. You like women. You playing for the other team. So how are we supposed to have your back? First of all, we don't even know you. Second of all, you don't like men. You like women. So why would any man in their right mind, or a logical mind, help you? For all we know, even if she was hit with a brick, the guy happened to hit her with a brick, maybe she could have said something that set off that man. She could have given him a really bad attitude. The way she rejected him could have been very, she could have done it in a very bitchy way, for a lack of a better word, right? She could have did it in a very bitchy way, the way she rejected the guy, right? She could have been very ignorant and disrespectful with the rejection. And yeah, I'm not inclined whatsoever to believe this story that she actually got bricked in the face. I'm not inclined to believe that. My instincts are telling me that this was a scam that she set up, and she knew what she was doing. And there's also proof that she's done this thing before. You know, she has a history of scamming people. That, you know, this is kind of her MO. So, you know, I just don't believe her. Simple as that. And like I said, you got to ask the questions. You know, you can't just believe everything you read, everything that you hear. You just can't. Because if you believe everything that's being said on the internet, you know, you'll fall for anything. You know, you don't want to be a fool. You don't want to be a fool out here. You want to ask the right questions. You know, why didn't she file a police report? Right? Why didn't she duck out the way? She knew this guy was going to throw a brick. Why didn't she duck out the way? You mean to tell me you're just going to stand there and get bricked? Really? Really? Like, if she did get bricked, you know, and if she rejected the guy, she could have been a little bit more respectful, a little bit more nice about it. She could have went about it in a whole different way. You know, why didn't she call 911? You know, why isn't there blood on her face? Bruises, cuts, bumps. What? Where's all this? Where's the evidence? That's what I'm kind of getting at here. Like, my thing is, where is the evidence that backs up her claim? Because really, this is making her look stupid, right? And her having this GoFundMe, it's, you know, it's proof that she is definitely playing the victim here, and that she's not new at this. Like, she's probably played the victim many, many times, the victim card, and have tried to swivel people out of their money, right? Trying to get people to feel sorry for her, even though she is, you know, a bad apple, it seems like, you know. But to everybody that has donated, you made a mistake. You made a real big mistake by donating money to this woman. You don't know her, and she don't even like you as a man. The things that she was saying about men, it's like, if you had any type of standards as a man, you would never be inclined to ever help out a woman like this. Never. You would just turn the other way. If there was a situation that occurred, you would just turn the other way. Simple as that. And those two guys that were in her video, I saw a TikTok of those two guys explaining that they didn't see anything, right? They didn't see a damn thing of her getting hit with a brick. She actually came from the gas. They had came from the gas station apparently, and then she had came from an opposite direction or somewhere, you know, ranting and going on about this guy hit her with a brick, and none of you men stuck up for me, and you know, all this BS. You know, apparently she was in a fight with a woman, right? That's the word going around. So this really makes her look stupid. And honestly, you know, if as a woman, like, if you got hit with a brick, a man legitimately smacked you, assaulted you with a brick to your face, would you be recording yourself? Would you get out your camera and start telling the world that you were assaulted by a man and he hit you with a brick? Would you be announcing that to the public? Like, you're in bad shape, you're bleeding. We're talking about you're bruised up. You got cuts, bruises, bumps, you're bleeding all over the face. You mean to tell me you're going to have enough energy and enough wherewithal and, you know, the consciousness to, like, make a video? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it that you would have any type of consciousness to make a video about this situation. I doubt it. So, you know, when you look at this with a different set of eyes, a different mindset, and not just, oh my God, I feel so sorry for her. You know, she's such a victim. You know, how dare this guy hit her with a brick? Like, what an asshole, you know? That's what the sheep and the rest of the world, that's what we're programmed to think, to immediately think. You know, oh, I feel so sorry for her, and man, I hope she's okay, and all this stuff. You know, that's what we're programmed to think. We're not programmed to actually use our brains as people. We're not encouraged to think, right? To ask the right questions. We're just inclined, programmed to be like the sheep, to not have any critical thinking skills whatsoever, to not ask any questions. So that's all I got to say about this situation, man, this story that's going around. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. You know, personally, I think this is a scam, and shame on her for orchestrating this scam. I'm out.